Yo, it's Hakeem the Dream, your favorite podcaster. This is your first Zoom call podcast that you've seen from us. We have Matthew Wurnig. I said it right?
Yes, sir.
All right. If you don't know who he is the 50 Dates, 50 States guy. This man has been all over America, Hawaii, everywhere. And he has done crazy things. He's taken a girl out in every state. It's ridiculous. But, you know, me and BT, we have to start off with the shotgun.
Gotta get the shotties going. Shotty time.
You see he's wearing the Bud Light. Oh, and he got the Bud Light. Okay.
Shotty
So here we
time.
go.
Oh, I'm ready to go. This is the perfect opening to a podcast.
We had some delays. We were supposed to do this probably about 20 minutes ago, but it's all right.
But fuck
Hey,
it.
that's
Right now, it matters, man.
that's all right. We're chilling.
So I have my own chant. If you don't know, I hope you won't take it offensive or anything, because
Oh no, I'm sure I'll rock with it.
okay, because you try to bring everybody together. But so here we go. Hakeem the Dream. I got all my niggas on my team.
Duck boys.
Yeah,
There you go. You
For the
finished
boys.
right with us.
for the boys.
There we go. Got the eyes watering a little. Oh, it's cold.
So
Should let that sit out a little bit.
So how are you actually doing, bro?
I'm doing great, man. It's good to be back. I'm in Montana right now, so it's good to be back home after the long road trip and kind of get my things. But I'm doing good.
Yeah, I'm sorry we couldn't be in Montana with you. Tickets were just really, really expensive.
Oh yeah. No, I'm sure. I know it's weird. Montana, there's only about one airport, and that's Bozeman. That's like okay to fly into when it comes to cheaper flights. Everywhere else, it's really expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's get into everything, man. I see the Polaroids. I see the whole
Oh yeah.
all America right there. Let's get into it. How'd you start to do 50 states, 50 days, or 50 dates, 50 states?
Yeah, so basically back when, and can you guys hear me all right?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, back when quarantine first hit and COVID hit and nobody knew what the hell was going on and everybody was at home bored and everything started turning virtual. I remember I hopped on Tinder and, doing my thing on Tinder, and immediately the notification popped up for their passport mode, said you could place your location. All right. And so I was in North Dakota at the time. North Dakota doesn't have, hate to dog on North Dakota, but they don't have, all the honeys in the world there. And so I start dropping my location, in LA and New York and Dallas and Boston, like these big cities. And once I started getting matches with some chicks, I didn't really know what the point of it was. I'm like, I can't ask these girls to go to dinner or have drinks or anything like that.
Right.
So I was like, what if I went on a virtual date with a girl in every state? And so then I decided to go on a virtual date with a girl in every state. And once I started putting out highlights over TikTok, things like that, started gaining attraction. That's when my followers were like, oh, what's next? And I was like, I got to up the ante and I'm going to hit the road and go meet them all in person. So that's how it kind of started and blossomed into what it is.
So pretty much the girls that you took out on dates were the girls you did virtual dates with, or no?
Yes. Yeah. For about out of the 50, about 38 of them were, because about a dozen of them do either like bad timing when I was in their state with either like, they were out of the state or I got there and they like had work, things like that, or they got boyfriends or COVID, things like that. So,
Right.
Okay.
yeah. But for the most part, the 38 of them were the original ones from the virtual. Then I had to get 12 new ones.
And how'd you get the 12 new ones?
So actually, it was in the beginning, it was such a grind to get dates because I had to like match with them on Tinder and place my location all over the states and things like that. But then once I gained a following, it was a lot easier just because I would just put a TikTok out saying, oh, I need a date for Kentucky. And then all of a sudden, I'd just get a bunch of DMs and then a bunch of comments and people would tag. And so then I would just look through my DMs and I'd pick who, I thought would be a good fit, who was cute, everything like that.
Okay, and I have something to comment because I did notice, because I've seen you on TikTok actually quite often, and I'm so honored to have you on here, man, because the thing you started something really, really dope.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
I did see that you took out 99% were white women. Is there a thing that you have with white women?
It's okay. People have preferences, bro.
Yeah.
Well, yes. See, I get a little bit of heat sometimes because a lot of people are like, oh, like I didn't have a black chick, and I had, I had actually like it was mainly white women for sure, and I had like a handful, like I had a handful of Hispanic, some Native, like in a different ethnicity, things like that. So a handful, like my Alaskan one was like Alaskan Samoan or something, so it's like cultured up there. And throughout I had some ethnicity, but I think what a lot of people don't realize is like when I was on Tinder and stuff, I would swipe right on, a black chick that I thought was attractive, but if they don't match with me, like there's nothing I can do really. And so it was not like I was like, oh, only white girls,
I mean, if we can be fairly honest nowadays on Tinder, you don't pay attention to the pictures or the bios. You just swipe right until you get a match, and that's pretty much fucking it at that point.
Okay, that's just
or at least that's me. That's me. That's me.
I was like, I don't know. I don't know if I
That's
do
me.
that.
I just keep swiping right. If fucking I match, if they're not up to the quality of my standards, then oh well, we'll just try again tomorrow. At that point, to be honest.
I got you. All right, that's all right. It's preference.
He's a horny guy.
Hey, each his own. That's okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think like some people when they see like my dates and everything, they're like, oh dang, like, or there's not a lot of ethnicity because when it shuffles through on my TikToks or people look on my website, it literally looks like just a bunch of like white blonde chicks basically. Yeah. But I mean, if you look into it a little more, then there's some diversity. But yeah, like I said, I mean, if they didn't match with me or they didn't, and honestly, like I barely got any DMs from like black chicks that I was attracted to or anything like that. And so I was like, oh, but that's just how the cookie crumbled, I guess, this time.
Yeah. So I saw that you quit your job and you hit the road. That's a big step. And for you to travel, like drive, man, we drove to Atlanta and it was hell, man. I don't know how you drove through every freaking state. What were your sleeping nights like?
Oh, dude, it was crazy just because it constantly, like, it was tough to ever just have a routine schedule. That was like a really hard part about this trip is like, you guys might wake up and you guys might go for a run, eat breakfast, send some emails, record a podcast, edit video. You guys might have your daily schedule, right? Yeah, like for me, it was like, oh, I might check into this hotel this day at 4:00 and then check out this day at 11, and then I have a date at 8 a.m. and then I finish up the date at 2 a.m. and then I hit the road and I have a 6-hour drive or I have a 2-hour drive. And so it's like all over the place with checking in and out of hotels, times that dates start, how long the dates go, and then like how long the drives are. And it's constantly just all over the place. And so it was tough to stick to just like an actual routine and get things going depending on what I had going. But I mean, yeah, it was driving through 48 states. I actually didn't mind it, and I think it's because I was always going into something new. Now if I was driving back and forth the same spot, that would get old in like a week, right? Yeah. But I think when you're going to meet a new gal and you're gonna experience a new place and meet new people, like there's about it that's exciting to get there. It's like, all right, on next one. And so it makes the drive, and you're seeing places you've never seen. And so, yeah, I think added some excitement to it. And it also gave me time to just think about stuff on the road, things like that.
Yeah. And you traveled by yourself. You didn't even have a film guy, right?
No, through the firm states, I had a friend with me and he was helping film. But then basically he was working remote for his responsibilities. He had to get back home at his job. So he went back up there and got that squared away. Then I hit the rest of the 40 states by myself.
Oh, wow, man. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. It was crazy. But I mean, gotta roll with what you got, I suppose.
I mean, but you seem like you like traveling, like Jay, he's a travel guy. Like he likes to go out, travel, like go drive. I fucking hate that with a passion. Like if it could be in the hometown, because I'm a homebody, if it could be in the hometown, I feel the most comfortable at. I'm just not like, I can't travel outside of where I'm at.
Really? So you don't like if your friends were like, oh, let's go to Florida. Like
But we're in
wouldn't like
Florida,
that.
so,
I mean, yeah, but like they're
Oh, you're in Florida now?
Yeah.
yeah, we stay in Orlando.
Oh, okay. I thought you guys were in Cali. All right.
I wish.
So if they were like, let's go to Montana, I will try to buy first class tickets to be as comfortable as I can in a plane. I would try to get the best hotel for me to sleep in. You know, if we're gonna travel, I have to be accommodated 100% to the best. Like he doesn't give a fuck. Like we could sleep on the floor or wherever the fuck it is. As long as he's happy, he's happy. I just can't do that. I just can't.
Gotcha. You're a comfort guy. You want
Yeah,
you want to be comfortable.
He's a baby. I feel like me and you would really get along, dude, because we slept on airport floors. We slept in the car. We've done a whole bunch of stuff because that's what you need to do to get where you want to be. And you did that. You did the 50 states, 50 dates, and you slept in your car some nights, I guarantee you, when it's snowing outside. And I guarantee you that's what you did. Am I right?
Yeah. There was, and the beautiful thing, guys, is, oh man, I'm so thankful for my New Mexico date for this. My New Mexico date, she got me discounts on hotels. And so I was able to get like $45 hotel rooms in nice hotels. Wow. It was like, and it wasn't like, cheap, shady, creepy like motels or anything like that. It was like actual nice hotels like Marriott's. And so, wow. So it was super nice. So out of my whole trip, I think I probably slept in my car about, maybe 8 to 10 times, I'd say. And so not a whole lot, but like, and when I did, it was like in those times where it was kind of money pinches, right? Because it's obviously an expensive trip, and in this content creator world, like, as you guys know, it's pretty sporadic. One day you can make some money off some sponsors. The next week you could make nothing. Then you could get a brand deal. Then it's a roller coaster of payments. So some of those tight spots, I was sleeping in my car and I was like trying to make things work. But then, I wanted to be comfortable like a night before I had a date. Like I didn't want to sleep in my car and then roll up to a date the next day. Like I would obviously book a hotel, like be freshened up. Yeah.
You sleep in the parking lot with in the place that you were gonna meet the date at. Like let's say you guys were gonna meet like at like a Miller's Ale House, and you decided to go at that same like the night before and park in that parking lot.
Oh, I could never. Could you imagine? I would feel like such a scumbag.
Oh, it's crazy, man.
That'd be so funny, though.
Before we get into the next question, can you name right now on the top of your head all 50 dates that you've had?
Yes.
All right, let's go. Let's do it. Okay, so I saw you on TikTok and you said you try to write them in under a minute.
I did, yeah.
Say them in under a minute.
Can you guys at least like say the state? Because I don't think I could name them like off the top of my head.
Okay.
I haven't been in geography.
Like if you like went down a state list or something, I could do it, but I think I would. Yeah, I think I would lose track of all the states.
Dude, I haven't been in high school.
I'm gonna Google it right now.
All right.
States, because I'm an idiot and I cannot tell you.
Let's just say we're not well formed of our geography. That's it.
All right.
That's all right. I'm ready.
Alabama.
Marin.
Alaska.
Maddie.
Arizona.
Tara.
Arkansas.
Annalise.
California.
Sammy.
Colorado.
Taylor.
Connecticut.
Katrin.
Okay. Delaware.
Lexi.
Florida.
Dylan.
All right. Georgia.
Your face. Michaela.
So I said Hawaii. I that had to be a good trip. We'll get into that in a little bit. So Hawaii.
Catherine.
Idaho.
Molly.
Illinois. I'm dating a girl named Molly, by the way. Illinois.
Gabby.
Indiana.
Raina.
Iowa.
Jesse.
Kansas.
Brianna.
Kentucky.
Nikki.
Louisiana.
Gracie.
Maine.
Michaela.
Maryland.
Lauren.
Massachusetts.
Kayla.
I don't believe this is happening right now. Like he's just like, Michaela, dang. I'm just like, what the fuck is going on?
I said Michigan.
No, Casey.
Minnesota.
Skylar.
Mississippi.
Kenzie.
Missouri,
Allie,
Montana,
Cece,
Nebraska,
Shayna,
Nevada,
Victoria,
New Hampshire,
Aaron,
New Jersey,
Cece,
New Mexico,
Belle,
New
This is
York,
bullshit. This is bullshit.
Sydney,
North Carolina.
Mariah.
Did I say New York?
Yep, Sydney,
Okay. North Dakota,
Samantha,
Ohio,
Avery,
Oklahoma,
Montana,
Oregon,
Macy,
Pennsylvania,
Maddie,
Rhode Island,
Hannah,
South Carolina,
Sophia,
South Dakota. Sorry, I didn't hear what you said for South Dakota.
Emily, my bad,
It was the Wi-Fi. Tennessee,
Lauren,
Texas,
Alara,
Utah,
Camry,
Vermont,
Colby,
Virginia,
Olivia,
Washington.
Naharka.
And then the last three, I'm gonna put you on the spot. You have 5 seconds to say everyone. I'll give you West Virginia, Wisconsin, Wyoming. You have 5 seconds.
Natalia, Morgan, and Emily. Boom.
Oh
No, what the fuck? Yo, flip the camera. I know you have a list right there in front of you. There's no fucking way we can go through 50 states and you just named every single girl off the top of your head. There's no fucking way.
See, now I think of it like, once for me, I've like seen their names and attributed to their states so many times, like where me editing a video and I see it on, like, when I'm writing it on the video or the caption, when I'm writing it on the map, when I'm typing it on the website. So like there's so many times where it's just this muscle memory of me writing down like, oh, Michigan and Casey, Michigan and Casey, Michigan and Casey, where I think it's just like, I've got the reps in, so I know the names right off the back of my hand.
I see what you mean. Because I was like, dude, there's no fucking way he remembers all these fucking people in 50 states. I can barely remember my mom's name half the fucking time. And you're telling me you remember 50 girls in 50 fucking states. Like, come on, dog. What the fuck? Like,
that's hilarious.
Oh, I know we should have said this before the podcast started, but can you grab another drink so we can shotgun?
Oh, let's do it.
Oh, yeah! Let's go!
You think I'm sitting here with just one? Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
How many do you got?
Well, this
He grabbed 2.
You see, we need you to come out to Florida because we feel like you fit in our culture.
Yeah.
I'd have fun with you boys. I could tell. What you guys are in Orlando?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm jealous.
It's nice. I mean, growing up here, hey, watch him crack it with his tooth. He's ridiculous.
Oh, now
you're on the spot.
Hey.
Beauty.
Yeah.
I know you have a dentist appointment scheduled in like about 3 months.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, no, we're here in Florida. Orlando.
Yeah, Orlando. You've been to Florida, right?
Yep. I've been to Florida.
Sorry, I forgot. I just forgot he named all 50 states. Just now,
we're both dyslexic, put it that way.
Oh, hey, that's all right.
Especially on my shotgun days, man. It's a fucking pretty cool.
Hey, we'll roll with it, boys.
Yeah.
Florida boys.
Isaac, you lead us.
All right, bet. I came to dream. I got all my names on my team.
Good stuff.
Too easy, man.
I haven't eaten anything all day, Matt.
Oh man, that'll fill you up.
We'll fill this later.
When you guys drink, would you guys rather drink on an empty stomach or a full stomach?
I want to let you answer that first.
So he wants me to answer because I'm the alcoholic in our friend group.
Okay.
And so you don't eat, you get drunk as fuck. So, I like to not. I want to eat because my stomach will feel better. Like right now, I just have a whole bunch of liquid in there. But to be honest, I get drunker when I'm not eating. So I prefer to get drunk.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So you're saying no food?
Medium food.
Oh, well, that's obvious answer. But would you rather say no food or like too much, where like your stomach's full?
if I'm being super full, I'd say no food.
Okay.
I'm no food too, because just because I had too many bad instances where I ate a decent amount of food and I ended up throwing it all up. So I always tell people I probably the most I'll eat is like a granola bar before I start drinking, and that's it.
Dang.
Yeah, dude, because I mean, people body types are different, but for me, like if I'm drinking on a very empty stomach, like not an empty stomach, but on a full stomach, dude, I will haul that toilet seat, like I will like kiss it all night because I will be in there for multiple hours straight, just dying in there.
Oh, that's tough. Well, yeah, it's always like, see, I don't like drinking on a super full stomach because then I feel like I can only have like 2 drinks. I feel like I'm just choking them down.
Dude, and seltzers get very difficult. Like you seem more like a beer type guy, but you said you like seltzers, right?
I'm actually definitely more of a seltzer guy. In beer, I mean, I'm kind of a little bitch when it comes to beer. Like I can only have about 4 or 5, and then I just feel full. Like I feel really full.
Beer sucks, right?
I personally don't like beer. But
beer sucks.
Yeah, see, I'm not huge on. I'm like, I mean, I like Bud Lights and stuff, and I don't mind beer, but I like seltzers and I like liquor. Liquor is my like go-to.
Oh no, we're not hanging out with you, dog. we're not hanging out with you.
You don't.
I don't even want to talk about liquor. Yeah, I already had moments where I've been close to calling my mom and telling her I love her and I should have listened to her and shit like that.
By the way, he literally hates. Hey, Grinch, if you're watching this, Isaac hates you. By the way, he does not like his mom at all. We'll just put that out there. Let's just tell people because they see in the vlogs what you do. So you don't like your mom. He doesn't like
what?
To a certain extent,
what are you doing?
To a certain extent,
she don't know English, so she probably won't even realize what I said. But
just talking smack.
It's like sometimes it's hard to explain to a parent stuff that we do. You know what I mean? Like, how did you explain to your parents what you were doing?
That makes sense. I get what you're saying. I think with me, it was, you know, when I told them I was quitting my full-time job to travel the US and go on dates with women, they were like, excuse me.
Yeah,
but
my parents are very like Jay's parents. So you go to college, you get a degree, you get a corporate job. When I'm telling them that I'm going to different states to get drunk and do a podcast, they literally sit there and like, are you fucking retarded? Like, is that really what you're doing?
He hasn't even told his parents he's a co-host.
You know what I mean?
Really?
Yeah. So you probably haven't watched any of our stuff, but if you do, when you do, because we are very. And you have?
No, I will.
Okay, you will. Yes, watch the vlogs because Isaac is a character. I just put it out there. Isaac's a character.
Oh my god, man.
So he hasn't told his parents about that because I'm big on he smokes, I drink, so I get him to drink kind of. I don't force it, but I
just don't want to be a bitch, man. Because you know, me and him were on the top of our game. We also have another boy in here with us that used to be up there with us too. Like we were all up there. Like, dude, me and him, literally 20 to 28 shotguns in one night, and we'll still be going. We'll be telling people like, yo, you're a bitch, you're vomiting and shit like that. Let's get another shotgun. Let's get it going. But dude, I'm old. I can't. Like I'm old, dude. I retired. I don't have.
How old are you?
I'm only 22,
He's
man.
45.
Oh my gosh. Are you both 22?
I'm 21. He's 45.
You are not 40. He's. You are 22.
Yeah, 22, but man, we've been doing this shit for like we've been drinking like man for the longest time, bro.
Honestly, we are 3 years strong of just drinking,
binge drinking, to the core. Like if you passed out, you were a bitch type thing, basically.
Oh geez, that makes sense. Do you guys know how old I am?
You're 21.
24.
24.
What?
I'm a seasoned vet, boys.
Okay, so you're 24. you quit your job at 24. You like, what job were you at?
I was working for a baseball team in North Dakota, and I was my job title. I was the director of fun. Was my job title. Director of fun. Yeah, and I handled all the teams like entertainment and all the fun things that happen between innings. I handle.
Right.
Excuse me. I handled all those.
This is why he likes liquor, because fun.
Hey guys,
he doesn't want to.
It is fun.
Seltzers. He likes to get straight to the point.
Let's go on a binge drinking.
Absolutely. No beating around.
Game the next morning, like fuck it. At that point.
Dude, no beating around the bush. You got to get on the liquor.
Hey, I have a question for you. And I know you've been on interviews with Ryan Seacrest, probably Good Morning America. You've been on big interviews. This is the best interview you've been on, by the way, but we're gonna just say that. But to be honest, I guarantee you none of them have asked you this. Have you slept with any of the women you went on this?
Oh my!
Oh shit!
Here we go. Here we go. Oh,
Yeah.
well, obviously none of like the big platforms ask that, just but I've been asked that a handful of times. You know, I'm just gonna say no comment.
So if you're watching this, if you made it to this point, that's a yes. I think you would answer because I had an amazing question after, but it don't matter. I mean, it's kind of crazy. I'm happy for you, man.
It takes a lot of balls to go to 50 states and do a date with 50 women. Like, who the hell just wakes up in the morning and just goes, you know what? I'm gonna travel to 50 states and date 50 women.
Yeah. And so actually, you went from being, I don't know what state you were, but you were from like the land part and you had to fly, you flew yourself to Hawaii?
Yeah. I went from Minnesota, Minneapolis to Alaska, and then Alaska to Hawaii, and then Hawaii back to Minnesota.
Okay. And then, so what were your experiences like? Because I saw you like, instead of Ubering places, you want to take a bike. I don't know why you would think that, but enlighten me.
Well, in Hawaii, like there was a place where you can rent bikes, and I was like, oh, like it's Hawaii, it's beautiful out, like I can ride around, get some exercise in, and it was like $26 or $27 to rent a bike. I'm like, oh, why not, right? Like, wasn't that bad. And for like a full day, and I was like, oh, like I'll do it. And so I like got on the bike. But like Hawaii, I don't know, have you guys been to Hawaii?
No. I had a friend come back from Hawaii, and I mean, other than like he said, the trip was by far the most amazing trip he's ever had. Like, he's convinced me to go to Hawaii, even though I haven't gone yet.
Oh, it's, you guys, whenever you get a chance, you have to go. It's so amazing, so incredible. And the island, it's very hilly. And so like when I was on my bike, it was so much exercise. Like I was riding up and down different hills and through streets, and it was hard because on a bike, you have to like watch for traffic. You are like, I'm looking on my phone to like navigate myself, right? Things like that. And so being on a bike sucked. Next head, and oh my, that was the dopest shit in the world. Like ripping around on a moped on this tropical island, just all over the place, going to different beaches. Oh, it was so sweet.
Yeah, my cousin used to live in Hawaii, and yeah, and she loved it.
Oh man, yeah, you guys got to go. That was hands down my favorite state, not including like dates or anything, just my favorite state like that. It just literally, and it's nice because I mean, you guys know, like living in Orlando, like there's tourist hotspots, right? Yeah. And same with like Vegas. Like you go to Vegas, everybody goes to the Strip. Everybody goes to the Las Vegas Strip. But in Hawaii, yeah, there's tourist hotspots, but there's just so many things to do that like there's so many beaches, there's so many hikes, there's a pineapple farm, there's different trails, there's surfing, there's parasailing, there's just so much. So like it's really good out, which is awesome.
Yeah. And so basically, dude, we need to go to Hawaii with you. That's what I'm getting from this whole thing.
I like it. A boys trip. I don't feel like we would tear that island up.
Oh yeah, with liquor.
Oh yeah,
and absolutely.
Besides the fact that when I go to my doctor's appointment after that week, the doctor's gonna tell me, "Hey man, I don't know what you've been doing lately, but you need to stop because your liver is going to shut down in the next month or two." You know what I'm saying?
He's been saying this, and he's never been to the doctor. I don't think Isaac's ever.
I'm scared though. I'm scared of what he's gonna tell me. They're like, dude, you need to fucking quit what you're doing right now if you want to live. At that point, I feel like that's where it's at that point, man.
That's all right. That's all right, homie. What did you guys, when you guys first started drinking, what did you guys first start with? Like, what did you guys start with?
If I had to be honest, my first time drinking, I'd say my mom's wedding when I was 16. She didn't give it to me, I had someone buy it for me at the bar because there was, so I start with liquor, but it was white liquor, obviously. But if I have to be honest, what I started like getting into drinking actually, it was Four Loko.
Four Locos. Oh man,
Yeah, man, dude,
that's
Four Loko in
dangerous.
high school.
The worst thing to ever get into. Yeah. Four
That's
Loko.
cheap. Hands down, the cheapest way to get drunk is a Four Loco.
Yeah, Four Loko.
Like
you fucking
$8 here
piece of
sauce.
shit. Loco's a piece of shit, by the way.
Oh
It'll be the
man,
same for me too. It'll be Four Loko, man. That's the drink that everybody starts off in high school because it's the most accessible drink that you can get in some gas stations if they like to be lenient on IDs. So
Okay.
you know what I mean? So that's why
Yeah.
it's Four Loko. And then to be honest, man, like I tried liquor, man, but I'm not a man, a grown man for that, man. Like I just can't handle the taste, the aftertaste, how it hits me, man. So me and him realized that we both like beer and seltzer. So we were like, dude, let's just go in it on this shit, bro. This is the shit that gives us the most fun. We're not fucking complaining about it after, man. Let's just go ham, man. And the shotgun thing is what really changed the way we drink, man. Because we would shotgun, like we would get to the party, bro. In the first 2 or 3 minutes, man, me and him were already shotgun 10 to 15 claws. And that's it.
Jeez, going
We like to
off.
get to it, man. Like, are you not the same? Like, when you get to, like, we're gonna drink, we're gonna get to it. We're not gonna sit here and sip like a bunch of old ladies. No, we're gonna get to the fucking point. We're gonna get drunk and have fun with it. Or am I wrong?
I think it depends on the crowd you're with.
It's mainly him. I don't drink that much. I can drink, but I never have drinking more than him. And he gets to the point where he's unconscious. I don't.
Hey, it's either be a bitch or fucking go home, bro. Like, dude, it's either go home, like go big or go home, bro. At that point, bro. That's how I look at it. That's how I look at it. But obviously, I had my
Black
times
artist.
where
That's all right.
I had my times where I literally looked up and like asked God, like, why do I do this? Like, why? Like, it's just like there's no point at that point. You feel me?
Fair. No, it's fair.
So pretty much, I really wanted to know if so. You've been on 50 dates in 50 states. Who is your? It singles out for all the women. I apologize for every woman except for the one. But who is that one woman that you thought could potentially be your wife?
Oh geez, dude. This is it's kind of funny. But and I like I a lot of people ask like who my favorite is and things like that. And I honestly don't know if I could pinpoint it to a favorite just because like, I like some more than others for sure. Don't get me wrong, but there's so many great experiences I had. So if I really had to narrow it down, maybe I could. But honestly, I think after going through a journey like this makes me want to literally like, it made me realize like that I don't want a girlfriend right now. Like I don't know, like you like I don't know, like being a single guy, like I don't know, like I would hear stories from all these girls about their boyfriends, and then I've seen my friends get into situations with girls and stuff, and I mean I've had my own experience as well, but like it's just like this emotional roller coaster, and I feel like in your 20s, like it's fun to just kind of have that freedom and be on your own time and experiment in different ways and do your thing. And so I was like, after going through this, I'm like, I don't know. Like I still like to be that single guy. And if I'm in certain areas, I'll hit some of these girls up on the reg, but for now, I don't know. I'm just
Do you keep in contact with all of them?
No, definitely not all. Some I talk to a little more than others. If they like, just kind of that casual stuff through social media, like commenting on each other's posts or stories, or I'll send them a text if like I hear a funny comment or story about them, and vice versa, things like that. So some of them are like a little more active with me, and I am with them than some. And I'd say probably that's about a dozen out of the 50.
Okay. And then sorry, I'm drunk as fuck, by the way, but
And we were gonna hit another shotty too. No cap.
what?
I was not gonna hit another shotty. If the boys were with it, we'll hit another one, man.
We'll hit another one in a second.
All right. All right.
Shit. But anyways, so the ones that you keep in contact with, is there any one of them? I don't even want to say them, but is there any one of the girls that you dated on these 50 dates, 50 states, the one like they said, I don't want you to leave, like you're someone I want to be with? Because you seem like a dope guy. I don't know how someone can't like you.
Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I think that there's some I could tell. I could definitely tell that some had more of like an attachment to me. But I think I did a pretty good job of telling all my dates that I'm doing this to meet people, travel around. It's not like Matt's love adventure. I think if I framed it more of that way, girls would have, their mindset would have been different going into it. So, I mean, most of them were pretty good about like, oh, they know I'm leaving. I'd say there was probably about, probably about 5 to 10 of them that I could definitely tell they had like an attachment. And not, and when I say attachment, I don't mean like they were like obsessed or anything like
Yeah,
that. It was
no.
just like it's noticeable when someone has an interest in you, right? And so I could definitely pick up on it. And I honestly noticed, I think it was more so with like some of my younger dates because I'm 24 and my youngest date was 19, my oldest date was 30. So I had like a broad range, right?
Yeah.
Was she a
And
MILF?
what's that?
Was she a MILF?
No. She's single
Damn,
now.
lucky. Lucky.
Yeah.
Lucky.
But I mean, like I notice it more in my younger dates, and I think it's because I mean, I think like this. You guys might think like this as well. But for me, I like if I'm with an older chick or I'm hitting it off with an older chick, I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. Like I don't know. I think
Yeah.
like it feels like kind of cool because they're a little older, or like almost you have to go and catch them almost just because of age. And so I think that's how some of my younger dates felt with me. They were like, oh, he's 24. Like, ooh, even though it's like, it's just a number.
Yeah, because it's like you can like let's say like you said like a 19-year-old, like a 19-year-old you can go out to like Universal or like go to a theme park, eat and stuff like that. With
Yeah.
older women, it's different. You would have to go out to eat, maybe drink a little bit of wine, maybe do the preferences that older people would like to do. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So you definitely see the difference between taking out a 20-year-old compared to taking out a 30-year-old.
Oh, 100%.
That's
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like you can't, the way you take out a 20-year-old is not the same way you're gonna take out a 30-year-old. It's basically what people don't understand. Because they think
Oh,
they do the same shit all the time. No, the other, older people have older preferences, and younger people have younger preferences. So this is really much how you work it out,
oh,
basically.
100%. Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. Because I mean, you change so much from age like 18 to especially like 24. I feel like because
Yeah.
you're in college and you're getting a job and you're trying different things and you might be in relationships and you're changing majors or you're whatever it is. It has a different life. It's constantly changing. I feel like.
Yeah, I feel that. But this might blast your eardrums. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yo, it's time for the shotgun.
Yo.
We got to.
Hey, I'm giving you a warning right now. If you decide
Oh.
if we meet up, I hope you go a week sober before you start hanging out with us, because it will be the worst like 2 or 3 days of your life. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, I'm all for it. I gotta go grab.
Yo, it's time for the shotgun.
That is seriously the funniest sound bit in the world. I gotta go grab another one. I'll tell you guys something once I go grab it. I'll be right back. All right.
Nehemiah, you can take this one.
Okay. Akeem the Dream, I got all my niggas on my team.
Who spoke there, bro?
It was you.
It was not me.
That's a good one.
I would never do it.
But I want to hear, because you have your own podcast, actually. And I
Yeah.
actually want to hear how you started that and what encouraged you to do that.
Yeah, I think I'm very excited to have that developed because, and I have 2 episodes out now, but I decided to start a podcast because there is so much. Like I mean, boys, I traveled for 5.5 months,
Yeah.
constantly going on dates. Like there's so many stories I have
Yes.
that people don't know about. Like there's like no one knows besides like me and maybe one other person.
Yeah.
Like there's so many stories and I'm just like ready to spill all the beans, like just go in and like and share all these memories and stories and crazy things that happen along this whole journey in each state. And I think when people start to hear them, they're going to be like, oh my gosh, that happened in Idaho, or I cannot believe he met up with her in Alaska or whatever it is, right? Like it's case by case, state by state thing. So I'm very excited gonna have each of them have like a little fun with them. Just like talk about their side of it, because I think followers would be interested in hearing like a girl's side of it too. And so I think it's just and I didn't really know. I was kind of like you, Akeem. I was like, oh, like I'm not going to start a podcast and stuff like that. A lot of people had told me to do that, and I didn't have time on the road to do it then. But now that I'm back here, I'm like, okay, yeah, let's dive into it. Why not? Like I have so much to share, and people need to hear these things because it's very interesting. And like the first 2 episodes have been hit so far, which is good.
Yeah, I don't even think it's about like if it hits or not, because before we were only before he wanted to drop podcasts, but then we started moving on to blogs. And my appearance may not look the best in the blogs, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I understand what he's saying, because there people have to see the process. It's not like you wake up and go to 50 states and date 50 women. It's not like he woke up one day and said, fuck it, I'm gonna do a podcast, we're gonna do this, and I'm gonna go to this state. No, like there's been trials, there's been thresholds that we have to overcome and stuff like that, and people don't understand the grind of it, really, man. Like we went from fucking sleeping in an airport floor in Miami to going to the Hard Rock in Miami to see Austin McBroom. Like it's like people don't know about that process. Like, dude, I like that when we were in Atlanta the other week, like, man, like I literally got drunk and I was throwing up like consistently, and he thought I wasn't gonna come in for the podcast, and like literally I was passed out in the car, like thinking to myself, like, man, I already made this much effort to get it here. I need to get my ass up and get into that fucking studio right the fuck now, man. And that's literally what happened. I literally got up, went in the studio, I'm like, yo, I'm fucking ready. Let's get this shit going.
Yeah, that's awesome. You got skin in the game. Yeah, there's heart in that. And yeah, people like to hear those things too. Like you said, I mean, it's the behind the scenes, because we all like to, as like creators, or I guess I would consider podcasts like creators,
Yeah.
Like when you put content to watch or listen to, like you to your personality, and like not always just let it great glory days, beautiful things. Like it's got to be the shit on the bottom too, and the stuff that you're grinding away at, and the good and the bad, and that's when people tie like the love for you and the emotional tie and the personality and the character and everything.
Exactly.
So Matt, I really want to thank you for coming on here. We're gonna stay on the line. We're just gonna stop recording, obviously. But yeah, I'm a restart, so we got this. But Matt, I really want to thank you for coming on here and just expressing what had happened on your 50 states, 50 dates. It's a big thing. It's I can't wait for season 2. People don't know about that yet, but there's a season 2, so hopefully he'll put some black women in there.
Oh, no.
Hopefully he'll have some different flavor this time. So we'll see. One week it might be black women, one week it might be Asian women.
Yeah,
who knows?
We need minorities in there, and we don't know what season 2 will bring us. If it's white woman, we're 100% with you, man. I really like what you're doing, meeting new people, connections. It's not about the actual date, it's about connections and building bonds with people. I really like that. So if you guys like Matt, everybody leave a like, comment, and subscribe to his channel, go to his TikTok, go to his Instagram, and just feel him out. And if you're in Orlando, Florida, DM him and tell him you want to go on a date with him, because
you may be the lucky one. Who knows?
Yeah, you could be his wife.
Hey, might be the Florida date season 2,
Hey,
and I appreciate you boys having me on. It's been fun talking to you. I can honestly say, and I'm gonna be bold here, I can honestly say this is the funnest podcast I've been on, hands down, no doubt.
Oh, I appreciate it. I really appreciate that, man. That means a lot. Hopefully I could be on your podcast and we could just chat it up.
Absolutely, we'll make it happen.
All right, that sounds good, mate. And I can't wait. When are you coming to Orlando for that cruise?
It'll be end of February, like 3rd week in February, so a little bit out.
We'll clear our schedules. No matter what's gonna happen, we're clearing our schedules for you.
I'm gonna be sober from then until what, February? Right?
That's such a lot.
It's not true. It's not true.
It's not true. But thank you for coming on, man. Everybody leave a like, comment, subscribe, share this, post it on TikTok, post the clips, your favorite clips, everything. Matt is an amazing guy. and I really like you, man. So thank you guys. Akeem's out.
Safety.